Yes. Guess what, people? Because we keep doing these nice wheel ups, these nice pull ups for you nice people when you call for the 555, I've got a little plug-in for us to reload. You get me? That's how we're rolling, people. So if anybody needs the wheel up, then you know what to do, mate. Call for the 555. We need more than two people calling for the wheel up. And then that's it. Do you know what I mean? So we're ready to roll. We're ready to move, peeps. You know what I mean? But how we sounding? Because as I say, I can never hear myself. So who we got then? Trying to still set up my screen. I can't see anything. I'm blind. I've even got my glasses on. That's what I want. That, but not that big. Let me get the chat out because I can't see you lovely people. Still waiting for some more to come in. Here we are. Right then, who we got in the place? Oh my gosh. So if you just joined us, we were just saying that because we like the reloads, because we like the rewinds, I've got a little plug-in that can do us a nice little pull-up. So 555, and that gets you a... And there we have it, peeps. Love it. Oh my days. So who's ready for the run out for those people in the UK this Sunday? Oh my days, nothing but pure dub plates. Everyone is going there just buying up bare dub plates. So we got Lady Miss Gold, big ups, Man Like Good as Gold, Exile, oh my days, my DJ, you get one of these, mate. Drillo G, London, Exile, Jungle Rhythms, what we saying, Miss CJ. Well, so we're Intense Complex, Beat Specific, SRS. He's putting on a nice little raid event every Friday now. And me and Papa G are going to be blessing it up, starting it off. I think it's 4 till 6. No, yeah, 4 till 8 we'll be playing. Yeah. Just going through messages. DJ Ride, what we're saying, Madij. Right, well I think we're pretty much here then, aren't we? Jungle Rhythms wants a 10-inch. Bit of fucking length, mate. It's gonna fling it. So yeah, so SRS, he'll be putting on these 100% jungle raids every Friday. So yeah, check it out, man. We've got Bapski, myself, Papa G, the Man Like, SRS. All sorts of people. Go and check it out, man. Right. So, we've got 10 tunes as always. Some absolute wangers, mate. Some absolute bad man business. Right, well, we might as well just get it started then, mate, ain't we? Phone call, mate. Jungle Rhythms is ringing me. Right, let's do this. Let's do this.
You wanna buy? Keep off the glass. Bruh.
Yo, flipping out. I think it was my headphones, you know, that was just feeding back. But right, with the first technical glitch out of the way, let's just come again, because like I wanted to just pull up a few things on that, but I didn't get a chance because you lot were saying you could hear something, and I think it might have just been my headphones just like bleeding into the mic. So yeah, so let's run the track again. Boomerang by the one like DJ Ride, yeah? Taking it back to the good era, 2004 business. Yeah, yeah. Right, for all you people out there, oh my days. Ride, you've come with it, mate. You've proper come with it, man. This is nice. You're getting a lot of love from everybody. Again, as always, SRS just chewing my ear off. Yo, what's going on, man? This is my tune. Why are you playing this first? Oh my days. So, oh my God. So listen, I think man like Hazardous wants to snap this up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let you two have a little chit chat. You know what I mean? Because this is a good tune. You know, it's got that vibe, and for me, it's got like that thingy vibe from, like, you know, early 2000s, late 2000s. Think of his name like a early Sub Focus sort of vibes. So Ionsphere, what we saying, bro? Who can't listen in live? Either way, the two main things about this, mate, is, again, the stereo bass. We have this every week from a number of peeps. See, look here, look, from 100 hertz down. Do not want that stereo sub. You know what I mean? Look, the rest of your stereo image is fucking wicked. Like, it's there. You know what I mean? Let me. We always forget to put BX in the chain so that you guys can hear what I'm on about. So if we play it in sides. See, it's really nice. And just obviously going from stereo only to mono, then back to stereo, you notice that the lead, you know, like the hook lead sound, the, you know, the da, 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 da. So that sound, it might just be a little over stereo, because when you do play it in mono, then back to stereo, you get that sensation that it does fall behind a little bit, and ideally you don't want nothing to fall behind when you're in mono. So it needs to sound like this, but in mono, if that makes sense. If I go to like 50% stereo and then mono, back to stereo, notice how it just kind of like, it's a bit too much. Do you know what I mean? So I would just play with the imaging on that lead sound, bring it in a bit, because it is a bit overpowering, and then again, elliptical filter or high pass filter in on this plugin. They call it the diff, like the difference, and then some. So some plugins call it sides and mono. It just depends on what plugin you use. But yeah, if you just want to take care of that bass, the stereo bass, and pull in the imaging on that lead, then you need to bring the sub right up. I've brought the sub up in this about 5 dBs. It needs loads of volume back in the sub, look. So if we bypass this, back on, you notice how, like, the sub, even on the analyzers here, it's kind of level with the top end, which is exactly where we want to be for drum and bass. But you bypass this, and look how the sub drops out. And again, I've just on a random one, just, you know, pulled that up. So we can tighten this up more. So that's where you want to be, and then just sort of like soften some of these mids, but that's minor, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's an absolute minor. So other than that, Ride, absolutely wicked, mate.
You're mad. What are you on about? Be perfect, lad.
As we move to the next one. So big ups for that, mate. We have the Gadget Man. The pure Gadget Man. the one that likes to make tunes on their phone and blows everybody away, the one like Ionsphere. Oh my days. Let's do this.
Using the core save, using the core save.
As we say, two 555s. That gives us the reload.
Using the core save, using the core save.
The one like Ionsphere. Oh my days. Hey mate, this is one for Scott's label, London. What do you reckon?
Using the core save, using the core
Amogus.
Man said wait for the drop, you know. Not even drop yet.
Is it got to be so damn hot, be so damn hot, be so damn hot, be so damn hot, be so damn hot.
You can't mess with Ionsphere, you know. That's his era, bro. Look him up, Discogs, yeah? Man's fucking, he knows what he's doing.
Taking a record that already made with the help of the Big 40.
Trust me, mate. Trust me. Like, I'm not joking you. Like, that is wicked. The fact that the tune's wicked anyway, yeah. And then when you drop to people, yeah, but I made it on a phone. It just doesn't add up. You know what I mean? It really just does not add up. So, massive props there. You know what I mean? But remember, Ion's Theory, he's been around since day one. Look him up. Go on Discogs, yeah? He's been there, he's done that. And now he's on the mobile. Oh my days. Yes, DJ Magic, what we saying, my DJ? Welcome in, man. Got one of your tunes in today.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
So, I mean, just going back to that tune, the only thing really is, again, this stereo bass that's sort of happening. Similar to Ride's tune, where, let's just go back to it. So I'm just taking care of like 100 hertz and below. The bypass. See this bit here, look, bang on 100 hertz. It's really just masking the bass a little bit. It's making it sound louder than what it is. Let's just go sides. Look. So however you've programmed that bass, see if you can sort of mono it, or at least high pass it in some way. I mean, I know you're probably limited to what you can do, I don't know, but with this switch back on, see how it's took that lower fundamental out, that the lowest fundamentals come out, and it's removed that part of the bass. Look, it's a bypass. Putting that back on, and it just sort of tidies up that sides. So that's it, mate. Like, literally, that's it. I mean, other than that, you know, would be nitpicking again to say, oh, do this. But again, because it's got that 90s vibe, things can't be perfect, because that was just the way things were. Vocals are fucking really loud on some tunes, and some, you know, other sounds are too loud and whatever, but that's the makeup of that era. Yes, Wenlock, you missed a tune, bro. Like, this tune here, people were saying, like, that's definitely for fucking Wenlock's label, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean, to get someone like Ion's Fear on there, that's a good look, mate, you know what I mean? So you have to rewatch the show if you missed it, mate. Right, switching up the vibe. This was sent in after the show, the last show 2 weeks ago, and I think it was somebody that just sort of tuned in towards the end and they submitted a tune. So it's a different vibe. Check it out. Bit of a 4/4 techno business.
You're mad. What you want about? Keep up the club.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah, yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scooping Up Bass Duncan with Daps. Dap it up.
Nice. It's always good to switch it up a little bit, do you know what I mean? And to be fair, like, the tune is rock solid as well. So listening to it, looking at it, and all the rest of it, with the sides on this particular style of music, you can get away with more stereo bass. I know it's a bit counterintuitive to what we keep talking about each week, but with this style of music, you can get away with stereo bass of about 80 to 100 hertz, whereas with drum and bass it tends to be a bit rolled up, do you know what I mean? And that's because it's more bass driven, do you know what I mean? It's more sub driven. So but it's, to me it sounds like the stereo image has been overworked, if that makes sense. Look, it's a bit phasey, unless that could be the file, because it is an MP3, so it could be that. But yeah, I mean, you got 30-40 hertz just sort of bobbing around there. That is a bit excessive. So if we put this plugin back on again, we've removed that lower frequency, and again, if you're in speakers or headphones, you'll hear it. If you're on a phone or laptop or something, you're not going to hear this. So go back to mono, stereo. So it's great. The kick's proper central. There's not even a trace of the kick in the sides. Everything's really worked well, considering there's not like loads of hi-hats. So remember, people tend to put hi-hats in to balance out the mix, you know, like to get that top end. If you don't have all these hi-hats like splashy hats or crashes or any tick hats or anything like that, you're going to need to really work the tune so that you get a perception of brightness, and this really works well. See, the snare kind of does the work. See, there's no hi-hats in this whatsoever, but yet the tune still sounds bright in terms of this top end. Do you know what I mean? And that's really, you know, sometimes that's hard to achieve anyway. But the one thing I would say, if the guy's watching, is the kick needs more 2K, because it needs the click on the kick drum. Well, there's the hi-hats there. But saying that though, there's the hi-hats and then no hi-hats, and it still sounds great. Mr. Anchovy, my DJ, hope you're good, bro. So the click would be, let me just get a plug-in that's going to allow us to just quickly have a listen. So the click would be about 2K. You'd be about there. So you hear it like when we overemphasize that the kick, like the little click on the kick. And it's bang on 2K. So yeah, you just need a bit more 2K on the kick in order for it to just, you know, sit there and you can hear it. Other than that, mate, very tidy. Great work. So as we move, have we got man like Drillo G inside the party? Hopefully he's here, mate. We've got little bangers and mash for him. So new one, Hold On, by the one like Drillo Jizzle. Yes, yes, there he is. Let's do this.
You murder! You murder! Hip hop clap!
Yes, yes. Short tune there from the one like Drillo G, you know what I mean? And it feels a bit fast compared to your normal stuff, man. So, yeah, I mean, I just had to double check to make sure it won't speed it up or anything. So basically, okay, 165, is it like a drum and bass speed? Either way, right, it's a cool tune, it's punching, it's everything's there, like the B line and everything. I think you've really found your feet in where to place the low end now. However, the rest of the percussion, it needs to like be more snappy, you know what I mean, like sharp. So what I've done is I've put this punctuate, and it's a transient shaper. You notice how it's sort of bringing out the clap and a part of some of the hats and stuff. Look, I'll just bypass it. Put it on. Notice how it's making things feel like sharp and edgy. You know what I mean? Like at the moment, things just feel a bit rounded off. And I know with this style of music, it is quite like sharp. So again, the bypass, look. Put it back on. So it just basically tells me, like, within your percussion group, so like in your, you know, like your drums, your percussion, whether you've got your kick and your clap in its own group and you've got your your percussion elements in another group, that's one thing. But let's just say like you've got all your drums in one group. What I would do as, like, you know, as an oversight is put a transient shaper early in your bus group and then a clipper, because essentially what's going to happen, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it here, so if I just turn this down a minute. Yeah, we're not going to see it on that meter there, so we need something that's going to lower the output. Right, okay, this is fine. Obviously the tune's going to be playing really low in volume, but it's just so I can show you on this, you know, this waveform of the tune. Do you know what I mean? So if you look at the waveform of the tune here, this is with no transient shaping. Look at the peak amplitude of all the hits, yeah? And then we got a phone call coming through, Pete, through Facebook. Lovely. Then when we activate it, notice how the peak amplitude now of the transients are like nearly touching the roof now. So basically what we're trying to achieve is to get that punch. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to get that punch, but again, we're going to run into problems where we do that and then those peaks are going to run into the limiter, or it's going to run into a compressor, and it's going to make it act like overact, if you know what I mean. It's going to overcompensate. So once you've got that punch, once you've got that tight punch from the kick snare or kick or whatever, then you need to reapply another clipper. So I just want to find something that's going to be dead easy, you know, to see how it's all working. So what clipper could we use? We could use probably like K clip, because this is the paid one, but the free one's near identical to this. So let's just clip it a little bit. Right, hang on, it's just turning the volume down because it's just not wanting to play ball like this. Right, so there's the waveform, it's peaking. Now, by clipping it, and I've got like 20% soft clip on this, right? But what it's done is it's kept the punch. Do you know what I mean? It's kept the punch and all the sharpness of your percussion, but the clipper is just taking them really long peaks off, and it's you know, brought the amplitude of it in, but you've kept the actual punch of it all. So you see what I'm saying? So if we bypass, that's how it was before the clipper and the transient shaper. So everything's bypassed. Let's put it back on. So there you go, Mr. Anchovy, transient shaper before clipper. If I remember rightly, Darps, you always say clipper on the very end. So yeah, I mean, you can always use the clipper on the master bus, then the limiter, because you don't want the limiter to do all the work on the master bus. So by applying a little bit of clipping before that, it will just shave some of those long peaks, and it will put less stress on the master limiter. But in this case, what we're trying to do is tidy up all the individual elements, EQ, you know, saturation, distortion, whatever whatever floats your boat to get the sound how you want it. Then you've got to remember, like, bang a transient shaper on it, put it on max, turn it off. What sort of difference does it make? Then go halfway, put it back on, take it off. and just sort of A-B with it on. You need to get it nice and sharp, then use a clipper to reduce these massive peaks, and then you'll achieve like a really nice, sharp, punchy sound, even at high volumes as well. So hopefully that's all good, Madij. As we move, we got the one like Test My Crown. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the one from G1, you know. I think this is G1. So check it out. Some new ting-a-ling.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scoop and I'm Bass Duncan with Dax. Dax it up.
Yes, yes. Welcome in, Doms. Daps, how we doing, bro? I hope you're good, mate. Will you be coming down to the run out on Sunday? Be good to link up, man. Right, so I believe this is the one from G1, Test My Crown. So yeah, nice combination of like jungle sounds and drum and bass sounds. And a few of you one of you called for the rewind. And yeah, it was getting some love still. SRS was there like, mate, in the whispers, you know what I mean? SRS loves it, mate. Absolutely loves it. But, right, so there's just a couple of areas. I was tweaking the EQ a little bit. It was quite difficult because the tune's already been pushed to like a really loud level. And because of that, or maybe the way it's been done, there was a few artifacts that I noticed. So it was more of like softening this sort of like lower mids and around 3K, which I felt was the it was the snare from, I forget which break it was. It weren't the copter break. It could be the copter break. I don't know. The sesame break or something like that. This here. So. Although it's cool, it just feels like it's been oversaturated. So probably dial that back because it is a bit like harsh in that 3K sort of area. So I would dial that back so it's not so as in your face. The fill from the Amon, it's a bit loud. See that there, the Amon here. Because when the tune comes back in again, the main loop, it feels lower. And you should always really have the turns or like those fill loops either the same level or just slightly tucked in, so that every time it happens it goes back again, then you get that perception of that it's landed again, rather than things feeling like they've gone away from you. And you notice it as well, like when the tune when the tune drops, you notice that the overall level sort of like goes lower as well, in comparison to say like the build up and then the actual drop. You know, ideally it'd be nice if it was, just turn it down a little bit, so it had a step to it. So when it drops, it's quite nice. But the other thing that I noticed as well, that you've got like some bomb drop. And that's cool. Nice bit of impact. But remove all the bass from it, because it's just not working with the sub part of the bass, if that makes sense. Other than that, yeah, it's a bit overdriven. And maybe that's because you're trying to achieve like overall loudness, which is cool, because I understand like loudness plays a massive role within jump up and, you know, certain styles of drum and bass. But if this was to be less driven, it would probably turn out better. So yeah, just food for thought. But other than that, the tune's really well done. It's there, you got all the elements, just needs to be tweaked in the EQ and clipping and distortion sort of side of things. So big ups for that, Madees.
Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Right, so we've got a track for you. Track called Done Know. You done know, inside the place. Check this. This is the one like DJ Magic. So if you're still there, bro, show your face. Let us know you're still there. So this is one like DJ Magic. Hopefully forthcoming on Compound Dubs. Really like this tune. So there he is. Check it out, people.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Oh my days, I was getting worried, peeps. I told ya I was getting worried. Reload on that bad man business.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Don't know. Yeah, mate. Don't know. Yeah, mate. Don't know. murder. What you want about? Keep up the clap.
Trust me, my DJ. It's a nice tune. I like that tune, you know, and it's like, it stomps. That's the thing. It's like a middle of the set, just stomp your face off, and then, you know what I mean, take the journey somewhere else. But reading what you lot were saying, and like Papa G, because he knew straight away. He was saying everything before I could get to this point of typing it out or saying it. But it's true. When he said, like, where's the sub, I was thinking the sub is there. Like, you can see it. Look.
Yeah, man.
It's there. It's well and truly there. But there, you're talking like 30 hertz, 40 hertz. So on a system, trust me, like, that's going to be, you know what I mean? Check your bass bins. You know, one of them ones. It's going to be murder on the dance floor. But I knew further up here, those higher notes come in, yeah. Some eye wobbling business, shakes your trousers leg, you know what I mean? Your ankles will be flapping, mate. So those higher notes, what that G was on about here, these higher ones, they, not that they need to come earlier, but we need more of that higher note to come in, because although it's stomping and it's nice, the only other thing that, I'm not saying that it lets the tune down, is how loud you've pushed it. So, and we spoke about this, and you have given me a pre-master, so, you know, I didn't use the pre-master because it wouldn't have been loud enough on the show in comparison to, say, everyone else's tune. So I thought, you know what, I'll just play it for what it is. People can hear it. And as I say, it smashes it, mate. Everyone was loving it. There is just a couple of things that needs addressing. I mean, the length of the tune, well, it's a 5-minute tune, which is fine. I like it. We just need to go back and forth a little bit on the mix. Little elements, tweak here and there. I like the bass. Just needs to be further up the scale somewhere in places. But other than that, mate, absolutely fucking stomps. So as we move, we're going to switch it up now with a bit of jungle, hardcore, and someone who's really found their feet in the last couple of productions, the one and only man like JR, the Jungle Rhythms selector. Trust me, I was about to say, I'm going to fucking get my coat and go home in a minute. Jungle Rhythms, Early Bird Business. Hold tight, Bapsky in the wings.
merda! What you on about? Keep up the glass!
Trust me, my DJ. Absolutely wicked, mate. Fucking Jungle Rhythms, mate. Smashed it, bro. The only thing I would suggest is we need to get that sub up. I've boosted the sub like 9 dBs. So I don't know if that's an easy fix or if it's just a fix that can be done in the master. Do you know what I mean? But mate, you've done really well. Everyone's feeling this. I think, and I've said this to you before, I think you found your feet now with, you know, working with the tune, working with the samples, working with, you know, the MPC player. You know what I mean? You're smashing it now, man. So SRS, don't be scared of the sub. Absolutely. Believe it or not, I've said this to a lot of people. It's better to send tunes with too much sub than too little, because it's easier to reduce the sub and shape, you know, the overall tune than what it is to sort of trying to bring it out. Luckily, like, this ain't like a commercial, you know, 4/4 tune or some drum and bass tune where the kick drum's quite big and bold, because otherwise that would be coming right up. You know, it would interfere with me exaggerating the low end, and it's vice versa with the top end. It's better to send a tune that's too dull or not, you know, not so bright, than what it is sending a tune that's over bright, because it's easier to boost top end in a master than what it is to reduce the top end so that you're not interfering with the snare, clap or hats. You know what I mean? So really, really good tune. It is in a pre-master state, so that's why I have put a limiter on it. What is it? Fucking Jungle Rhythms isn't quite in the door. You know what I mean? He's making everything on the MPC player, so that he hasn't got the luxury of just quickly importing, exporting things and making a small little tweak. You know, some of this is all real time programming. So wicked stuff, mate. Absolutely wicked. As we move and groove, it's time to strap in, put your seatbelt on, because you're going to shit the bed, mate. The One Like London with Dark is the Light, man. Sorry, Master 2.1. Dark is the Light, you know. Oh, gosh. Drop in bird shit. One Like London, yeah?
You murder! What you on about? Keep up the glass!
Some of that gully business.
It was dark. I know this sounds crazy, but I could have sworn the smoke came after me.
Oh, fucking hell, people. What's going on, man? What was the delay? What was the delay in that? London. Track is still building. The track is still building. It hasn't even dropped. So if he's took one eyeball out, expect to lose the other one, you know what I mean? And then towards the middle, lose your nose. You lose a cheek. Just so you know, the show's going on till 10 o'clock, just for London's tune.
What you on about? Die Pampe klar!
Bruh. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
Well, that's the intro.
I could have sworn the smoke came after me.
Trust me, this ain't even like full length yet. Right. We still didn't quite get to the drop. Look, this is how long the actual tune is. Look, it just goes on and on. Look, that's how long his tune is, mate. So, London. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I really like that, mate. I really like that. That would be... We need to talk. Because I was thinking that would work well on Gargantua Part 2. Because then you've got the best of both worlds. Do you know what I mean? That hammering dark side roller that you do. And then you've got like this mad fucking like Nebula 2 sort of vibe going on here. Forget what that label's called that they do a lot of stuff on. But we'll have a chat because this is a big tune. You could potentially... I was thinking like when this bit happened here... You could potentially lose this bit here. I was thinking it kind of just comes back round again. Do you know what I mean?
It was dark.
You know, and then we'll sort out that fizz bass and stuff like that because I do like it. When it drops... Yeah, it's big in the game, mate. Oh, man, there's some absolute heavy hitters on this one. We will chat about that one, Mr. London. So, big in the game.
You're murder. What you want about? Fy fan förklar.
As we step up the pace, as we kick you in the face, we got mans like Jamie G and the one like Papa G, Legalize Ganja. Say no more. Say no more, people. And it's only like 2-minute tune, so, you know what I mean? They don't even want you to hear this. This is like some exclusive. I was literally about to fucking just hang my coat up and go home. Trust me, don't do this to me, peeps. Play the track and then a week later you tell me you want to rewind. I knew I needed to rewind the minute. Trust me.
You're murder. What you want about? Fy fan förklar.
G, like, Jesus Christ, man. We need to talk. We need to talk more. Famous words of Dizzy Rascal. Need to talk more. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, yeah. Trust me, the tune's fucking bad. Right, I ain't got nothing else to say about it, mate. Bad. Make people want to retire. That sort of shit, you know what I mean? People hear that sort of tune and it makes them want to retire. Just like, yeah, that's it, I'm done. We've got the last tune from Mr. Del Monte, Bernard Matthew. You know what I mean? And he said to me, have you heard my tune out of nowhere? And I was like, no. And he goes, it's got you in it. I was like, for fuck's sake. So this is the second time somebody's sampled me. And it's for me, it's cringing because like you hear yourself and you're like, for fuck's sake. But it's funny, man. It's funny. And again, it's another one where I'm like, fucking, this tune's bad. So, party people, last tune. This is how it is, mate. So just a heads up, so if anybody wants to go live, G, I know you said you was thinking of going live and I was going to raid into you, or if you can't, or if someone else wants to go live, now's the time to get your shit set up. Right. Oh my god, out of nowhere, man like Del Monte, yeah, SRS.
SRS, the roughest. One like SRS, the toughest. One like SRS, the roughest. One like SRS, the toughest. He just comes in and just fucked everyone up. Just drops out of nowhere. Like bird shit. Drops out of nowhere. Like bird shit.
Oh my god, bare seagulls and pigeons, everything just fucking flying around my head.
One like SRS, the roughest. One like SRS, the toughest. One like SRS, the roughest. One like SRS, the toughest. He just comes in and just fucked everyone up. Just drops out of nowhere. Like bird shit. Bird shit.
SRS, ready to kill zone.
You murder! You murder! Keep up the ground!
Ready to kill zone.
my days. Like, that's what he's trying to tell you. It just comes in like bird shit, seagull shit, fucking pigeon shit, crow shit, even a little robin shit. Do you know what I mean? It just comes out of nowhere. Some say it's good luck, but that would just, mate, it's one of the sickest tunes you've ever come with. And yeah, it's bad, mate. It's bad. So what a show. People, like, every single tune was just hammering. Do you know what I mean? Every tune. And yeah, what can we say? Oh mate, it kills me. You sampled it as well, didn't you, Ride? That's what I'm saying, man. It's fucking crazy. It makes me cringe though. Yeah, trust me, everyone's on it. Everyone's on it, and we're gonna get a new piece from the man like Good as Gold real soon as well. That's what I hear in the grapevine, you know what I mean? So right, peeps, it's that time. It's that time to raid out. So if anyone wants to go live, I'll raid into them. Just let me know. But SRS, mate, honestly, man, I've got nothing else to say about that other than if we were to release it, you might have to take me out. But then again, you can keep the bit just before it drops. It reminds me of that tune, playing that bloody jungle music all night.
Like bird shit.
Oh, honestly, mate, don't, because I'll just play it on loop. Oh, mate. So yeah, big ups everybody. That's been locked in. This will go on YouTube tomorrow. If anyone wants to go back over there, feedback, or just to go back over some of the tunes, man. So Doms, yes mate, I will catch you at the run out on Sunday. I'll be going down with London, Scott, Jungle Rhythms, hopefully G will be coming, and Good as Gold will be going. So yeah, it'd be good to see you down there, man. We're linking with Lawsy as well. So yeah, be a good day. It'll be a good day. We're going to try and get there for like, where is the run out? And all I know is it's in Tottenham, so maybe someone can give them a bit more of a detail. I've told you, SRS, we need to do a GoFundMe. We need to get SRS over the pond. Oh mate. So it's going to be missions for us, because obviously we're going to catch the train and then the tube all the way. So yes. Right, so best have a look to see who's on then, if no one's going live or anything. Right then, Medij, just bear with me. Clear some of these things up off the screen. Right. As always, peeps, as I say, big love and respects to everybody. Thank you for tuning in, staying locked in, as always. It's much appreciated. And if you want to send your tunes, remember to send them to feedback@compoundaudio.net. Try and put the track title or your artist name, at least something, so we know who it is, what it is, where it is. And yeah, I'm going to raid out now. keep an eye on the YouTube tomorrow, and again, follow, subscribe, whatever, all the bollocks, just to keep the channel moving. So big ups, and I'll see you on the other side.